Those were the chants of the Spurs fans in the away end at Brentford as they played out a 0-0 draw. Thomas Frank says he is aware that performances need to improve, but is confident he has the backing of the club's hierarchy. Brentford had the ball in the net after 5 minutes, but Kevin Schade goal was offside. So it didn't count. In the second half, was Christian Romero lucky to stay on the pitch for this challenge? He'd already had a yellow. Now, moments later, Spurs felt they should have been given a penalty when Archie Gray went down. Nothing given. Late on, Spurs fans chanted what they thought of their team. Yeah, it took Spurs 91 minutes for a shot on target, and their fans booed after the game. Let's bring in Spurs fan Chris Cowlin now. Right, Chris, OK, do you agree with those chants of boring, boring Tottenham?
Dara, good morning to you. Happy New Year. Yeah, unfortunately, I do. It has been boring all season, actually, under Thomas Frank. And we have heard boos at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium a lot this season. We heard them at the recent away game at Nottingham Forest and, of course, last night. It is boring. And, you know, the fans also sang, we want our money back. And the whole of the first half, it was far from entertaining. So the Spurs fans actually sung about recent stars, Heung-min Son, Harry Kane, Eric Dyer, even Soldado got a mention. It was extremely frustrating last night. We clearly went to Brentford wanting a draw. Vicario looking really pleased that we got a 0-0 draw, and you know he was time wasted in that first half. It's incredibly frustrating because under Ange Postecoglou last season, you know, at this stage of the season we're 11th. We're sitting 11th at the moment, and the way that Thomas Frank comes out a number of times and says you've got to remember where we finished 17th last year, he's almost saying to the fans that if we finish 16th and above, then it's been a success, and it has been far from entertaining this season so far. Well,
this question might annoy you, all right? Last season you had Ange's attacking football, but you weren't happy because you were so open at the back. This season you're more solid defensively, but you're not happy about the lack of creativity. So what is it? What do you want?
I think you need somewhere in between, Tom. You know, it has been incredibly frustrating, the lack of intent. It's like we set up, Thomas Frank sets up more for us not to lose a game rather than actually go to win a game. And our motto is to dare is to do. We're certainly not daring, and we're certainly not doing. Yes, the players need to be better. The transfer windows need to be better. But you've got to ask yourself, you know, can a manager get better out of this squad? And I believe that they can. The fans are becoming increasingly frustrated with Thomas Frank. The performances need to be better, the results need to be better, the attacking intent needs to be better. And like I said, to dare is to do. That is our motto. And you've got to be more daring in games. It's too defensive and it is very, very boring. And as a Spurs fan, you know, I go home and away. I've never, ever known this amount of boos in a season, let alone a first season, you know, with a manager there.
Did the owners listen to that, Dara?
Yeah, look,
when
I bought a football club, my whole motto was I'd rather a 5-4 win than a 1-0 win. You know, and I know that sounds bizarre and mad, but it's an entertainment business. People pay a lot of money to go and watch their team. I totally appreciate when... Look, the booing I don't love. I never love that when a team is getting booed so closely to their fans. Yes, you can be unhappy, you can criticise, you can voice displeasure at times, but I just don't think booing actually helps the team themselves, because that can just set off a chain reaction. I guess the question I would have for you, my man, is were you all happy with Thomas Frank as the manager being appointed in the summer? And are we at the stage now where fans actually have changed their mind and want to move on already? Or is it to do with the recruitment?
Well, I think he's lost fans week by week, Dara, and I think that's very, very fair to say. I feel like I'm a very patient fan. I'm losing my patience week by week, and you know how long I can keep my positivity up supporting Spurs, I don't know, because you know you've got to be seeing signs in games. You have to see positivity week by week, and he has really frustrated and criticised the fan base a number of times, and that doesn't always go down well. And as you saw there, your pictures showed. The closer he got to the away end, and he does this thing in every game, whether we win, lose or draw, he always goes over to the away end. and the boos just got louder and louder the closer he got.
Yeah. OK, Chris, I'm very much looking forward to going to your new stadium for the first time on Sunday. But thank you.
All the best, Chris.
Thank you.
I'll be talking Manchester City next, Chelsea as well, and the Old Firm. That's all after 11 o'clock. But next, we're getting into Dara's